Okay.
We made some progress today. It's cold, but give an update video. Voila! So, as you see here, we've got a mess on the ground. But yeah, so what we got today was all of the furring strips bolted into the roof. So using those rivet nuts that I had found before, I bolted them all in, and they're cut in half on each rib because that lessens the tension when they bend. It took me a little bit to get it down, but I basically just used a little color, like a kid's marker, and colored the little rivets, and then I would put the it's cold put the put the wood up and just kind of pressed it real hard, and it left a little indentation so I would know where to drill. And I just used this little Crayola thing. It worked great, actually. So yeah, I got that. We finished the Reflectix on the roof yesterday, so that's done. So the roof's pretty much good to go. After the wiring's ran, we can put the roof paneling up. I can't think of what the word is right now, but we're just gonna run like a cedar roof. It'll be nice. Also got the sealant and all the little spots on the side where the outside plastic pieces plug in, and then in the roof there's a couple holes that you can't see because they're now covered, but sealed those up as well. They were already plugs and there wasn't water coming through, but I wanted to make sure we got no water. And then started running some line, which we'll come back to that tomorrow. And I'm basically just running the line through this conduit that I got, 100 feet of conduit, so that when the wire's behind the walls, it won't.
Sorry, I tried not to sneeze.
So when the wire's behind the walls, it won't tear or anything over time or get cut. But basically, just real quick for getting those things bolted in, they're two different size holes that I put the rivet nuts in. So there was 5/16 and 1/4. So that was a little annoying having to switch it out. But what I did, just real quick, for each hole, come over here. So for the holes, I actually have these washers, which I didn't use on the first couple strips because I didn't really want to take up too much space when I was drilling into the wood, so that the bolts could be inset, because we're going to be running those planks over it, and so we just don't want it hanging down too far wherever there's bolts, so they needed to be inset. So in order to do that, we used this little tool right here that I can't think of the name. I can never think of names of things during these videos. But anyways, this allows you to create a little divot in the wood, and the two different thingies are the size of the washers, so that I could then put the washer in and put the bolt, so when I hold it up I could screw it in. So basically it's just use this to create your little inset, and then the different size drill bits that match up to the size bolts, and then put your washers in, bolts in, boom boom, and you're done. It's not that easy, but that's how it's supposed to go. Making sure everything matches right is a little annoying, and sometimes the angles are off and you have to play with it, but in general it's good. And that's it. So tomorrow we'll run wire, and I'm not sure what else, but that's the next step. So that's where we are. Roof is pretty much done, and insulation is going to happen in the walls as things are getting put up, so we can put Reflectix and have the right space. But other than that, all the basic stuff is done besides wiring. And then we can start putting studs in the wall and going from there. Okay. Bye.